In an ideal world, everybody would play nice. All meeting attendees would arrive on time, put away their devices, tune into the discussion, contribute passionately, listen to their colleagues' opinions, understand the logical flow of the meeting process, resolve conflict amicably, and leave fully committed to the decisions of the group. But teleconferences and face-to-face meetings can unfold similar to those on the playground. You may have passive attendees and dominating participants that annoy each other and complicate the whole process. So why not just let the passives fade into the woodwork and let the dominants take over the game board? Well, several reasons. They answer every question before others have time to respond to the challenge, before they analyze the issues and have time to think for themselves. The dominants hold the floor far too long, and they cause meetings to run too long. The dominants often ramble and repeat themselves. They create boredom and impatience among the whole group before they have time to reach decisions. They create a monopoly, and that prevents other ideas and other solutions from surfacing. Their biased opinion may not represent the group as a whole, and as a result, the decisions and actions from the group may not accurately reflect the group's thinking. So what's your role as a facilitator of that group? Well, you serve in much the same capacity as a moderator for a panel or a presidential debate. Your goal is to create an environment where everyone has opportunity to contribute to the discussion, and that often means putting some controls on that dominator. You can accept comments from the dominator without yielding the floor. For example, giving verbal pats on the back typically encourages the person to keep talking and keep explaining. Examples of those verbal pats on the back that you don't always want to do is, "Good idea, I like that, that could work." They keep talking then. You can acknowledge a contribution with just your body language, eye contact, a smile, a nod, open palm, and then turn to someone else that encourages them to speak up. You can call on others by name to jump into the conclusion. "Diego, what do you think about X?" You can play traffic cop with a verbal cue. "Let's hear from several other people on that issue." Or, "We've already heard from Hank about how he thinks the engineering department would accept the change. Somebody from legal want to speak up? What do you think about the proposed change?" Or, "I'd like to hear everyone weigh in on this issue." Or you can play traffic cop with your body language or voice. Simply raise your hand when the dominant starts to speak and then invite others to jump in. Break eye contact with that dominant person. Divert attention in the room to someone else. If on a teleconference, break the dominator's train of thought during a long, repetitious ramble by asking a question. "Julie, excuse me for interrupting here. Let me ask you a question about what you just said." Then ask a short answer question that distracts. That distraction typically breaks the rambler's train of thought, and you regain the floor after their short answer in response. Another thing you can do, call the dominator by name. "Tyler, I think we're getting off track here. Let me bring someone else into the discussion about what the advantages they see for expanding the scope of the client project at this point." Calling a person's name puts them on the spot in a gentle way to relinquish the floor, and it refocuses the discussion quickly to relieve them of the embarrassment after calling their name. So to sum up, there's not much value in a meeting where only one or two people dominate the discussion. So if you're in charge, lead.